Hi, welcome back to Life in My 20s, where we talk about life in my 20s unedited. Today, I want to talk about maybe like a lesson that I'm learning, something that I am experiencing, and I guess I don't have a name for it. Maybe contentment, maybe trying not to plan my future. I guess I really don't know what to call it. I'm gonna have to come up with some name for this video, but I'm just gonna start talking because I don't think coming up with a name right now is gonna change anything. Per my last video, diary, have so many dreams and sorry, this is not, there we go. I have so many dreams and so many ambitions and so many business ideas, and I love business. Like, I don't know if I'm just a weirdo for that. Not necessarily the nitty-gritty, like build a business and sell it, but I love the idea of creating something and building it from the ground up. I love that, okay? And I have so many ideas, and not all of them that I would pursue, but I'm just having constant ideas. Currently, I'm a design student. I'm an interior design student, and I'm pursuing a career in interior design. And I have these big dreams for myself. Like, I don't just want to be your everyday interior designer. I want to be a designer that does big projects. I want to be a designer that gets really unique, really high-end clients. And I want to be a person that puts myself out there and is not afraid to seek after those opportunities. And I think there's something so underrated about network marketing. And I think it's really underrated because social media has made marketing into something that it hasn't been for years. Because if you think about before social media, marketing was all word of mouth. And I am a student, and I also am an intern for an interior designer. And the more that I work for her and meet people, she works solely by word of mouth. She has no social media and no online presence. And I think that's amazing. Hi, you're so cute. I can't pet you right now. I'm busy. I'll get distracted. Say hi to the video diary. Okay. She's like, no, you're not petting me. Oops. And so she's setting her head on my leg, and it was really cute. I think it's so amazing to be able to meet people and have conversations with people and say, this is my name, and make that experience memorable enough for that person to remember you and to hire you. To create a physical portfolio that says, this is my work, that's not just posting on social media every day to try to gain traction. And so I'm going off on a side tangent now. So what I've really been navigating in my 20s, and I feel like any age is a good age to do this, but for example, Martha Stewart did not have her career breakthrough until her 40s. So if you're watching this and you're not in your 20s, please literally do not feel like you should be. However, I feel like your 20s are seriously a time where you're just navigating what your future is going to look like, what it is, what it will be, what to do with it. And I think there's two sides to the coin, and I think both sides are true. So the first side is, in a career, I feel like you have a lot of stepping stones. A, B, C, D, E, F, and so on. You go through all these stepping stones. For me, step A was get into design school and get your design degree. So that was step A. Step B was getting an internship. So now I have step A and step B. So what can I do now that I'm currently living in step A and step B to help me when I'm done with those things to get to point C to point D? Because it's all a seamless pattern. You don't wait until you're done with school and done with your internship to then be like, well, what now? No, you market yourself, you meet people, you give yourself every opportunity to move forward. And that's what I have been trying to navigate today. For some reason, it's just hitting me. Me and my boss started talking, and I just like went down a rabbit hole in my brain of like, what should I be doing for myself? Now, I think I'm doing pretty good. And this was the process I went through in my head. Okay, I am doing really well in school, and I still have 2 years to go. And I have an internship that a lot of design students would kill for. So I'm doing really good, and I feel like I'm really ahead of where I even thought I would be, which is amazing. So then there's the other flip side of the coin, which is appreciating where you are. And this is a big lesson that I'm learning in my life right now, is to appreciate where I'm at. Because especially when you have a mindset that loves business and loves watching things grow from the ground up and loves creating a plan. Oh my gosh, I'm literally such a planner. That's what this video is about, is me over planning everything, because I feel like I need to know step A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, like the whole alphabet. And girl, you don't, especially not in your 20s. But I think the beauty of life is walking through the garden. You know what I mean? Our little stepping stone analogy. The beauty of life is not stepping to the next thing and to the next thing and to the next thing. The beauty of life is taking a step and then looking around and appreciating where you are. And I've been kind of trying to remind myself that this belief that I hold, which is I don't deserve the next thing if I haven't appreciated this thing. And I think that really comes down to appreciating what God has given you right where you are, and contentment. And there are so many people that are going to come after me and be like, contentment is complacency and you should always be blah, 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 moving forward. And I understand your mindset, like I said, first side of the coin. But there's also the flip side where it's like, if we don't stop and look around and appreciate where we are, we're going to get to Z. We're going to go from A to Z, and we're going to be 80 years old and wish that we had just stopped and looked around and enjoyed right where we were at. And this applies to everything, not just business. Like, I think about this in our home. So we bought our first home last year, and I want to make a video all about being homeowners in your 20s because it is a wild ride. However, we bought our home, and it was not our dream home, but we were like, we can afford it, and it's a cute home, and it's perfect for us right now. And then things started breaking left and right, but we're not going to get into that. It got really easy to be like, this house sucks, and I don't want to be a homeowner anymore, and I want something bigger, and I want a kitchen with more counter space, and I want a bathroom with a full-size shower, because our shower is like 36 by 36. It's small. But then over the last year, have had this moment where I'm like, I own a home. Like, I'm in my 20s and I own a home. That is a huge accomplishment. Why do I think that I deserve something better when I haven't even taken a moment to thank God for and be grateful for and enjoy where I'm at right now? Whatever that looks like for you. Contentment is the key, I think. And then I believe God gives you what you need when you're ready for it. So if I'm sitting here complaining about what I have, I don't think God's going to want to give me more. I don't think that I even deserve the next opportunity. And this isn't like, let me be content so that God will give me more blessings. But for the sake of like living in a human body and experiencing life, the way that my mindset shifted the way that my life changed so much when my mindset shifted from I don't have to, I get to, and I'm thankful for what I have now, not what I will have later. Is blowing me away, because all of a sudden all of these little things that I hated before, or I would hate on or be so glad, like, I can't wait when my tiny kitchen is gone and I don't have to look at it anymore. I don't even have those thoughts. And I just think this mindset has just so changed the game for me in my 20s, because your 20s, there's so much pressure to just like look forward and look to what's next and just try to get to point Z. And then I feel like a lot of people get there and they're like, then they start looking around and realized back there at point B, C, D, E, F, G was where the gold was. That's where life was so beautiful. And I missed it because I was looking ahead. And this seems like a simple mindset, but I feel like a lot of us miss it. Like, a lot of us miss it. You know what I mean? So I guess I'm just sharing, and like, I am always just trying to be honest and transparent about exactly what's going on in my life in these video diaries. And I feel like this is something that is amazing. Like, this is not a complaint. This is like, I get to have this breakthrough moment, and I wanted to share it with you. So if you watched this whole video, thank you so much for watching this entire video, because I love this idea, and I'm so glad I get to share it with you. So that's today's video diary. Contentment, mindset shift, thankfulness to God for everything that he has given us. And yeah, today is June 4th. I cannot believe it's June. We got married almost 2 years ago on the 23rd. 2 years ago. It feels like it should be April. Time is moving so fast, which is why we gotta look around. And today is a Wednesday. See, I'm already thinking it's Thursday or Friday. This whole week I've been thinking it's a different day. Today is June 4th. Wednesday at probably 9 o'clock at this point. I have no concept of time lately. And I will see y'all next time.